one child, 4-year-old Conner, who is on the autism spectrum. The wife of Andy Dantzler, who is in the audience supporting me today, and the advocate for Conner, not only for Conner, but children in Alabama and across this country who are desperately in need of quality child care and early childhood programs. The type of child care where qualified and passionate child care providers and workers exist. The ones who just didn't apply for a job, but chose a meaningful career path to making a difference in our children's lives, and who are making more than $11 an hour with a degree and the same credentials and experience as elementary school teachers. I believe that we don't have to imagine and hope anymore. I believe that the talks and discussions and stories that we will hear today won't fall on deaf ears, but it will be a catalyst that's needed to work toward a real solution. It wasn't until September of 2015, when Conner was 2 years and 2 months old, that we found suitable childcare after 2 private daycare centers did not meet our standards of quality care and our need for special needs accommodations. What a relief, we thought. Conner had been on a waiting list for early Head Start for about a year, a federally funded program that was highly recommended because it focuses on giving at-risk children and children with disabilities like Conner the tools needed to get a head start on their early education. Well, Conner successfully completed early Head Start, but just when we thought we were on a smooth path to shifting Conner's disability to an ability, the transition from early Head Start to regular Head Start was eye-opening. Now, the first day of school year, 2016-2017, the teacher informed me that Conner would not be returning the next day. So I thought something horrible happened. But she said, well, the disability children only come 3 days a week, so Conner doesn't need to come any more than 3 days a week. This is how it's always been. The truth of the matter is, teachers had not been formally trained to teach and handle children with special needs and autism. For most, it was an inconvenience. But change would start that day. See, that's mom. Disability as an ability toward success. Mom's on the move. So I'm equipped with the knowledge of federal laws concerning education, disability laws, state laws, as well as Head Start guidelines. So I know what was already in place to help turn my child's disability into an ability toward success. And I knew that full access is what he was entitled to and what he would receive. It took me writing a letter and making calls to the state collaborator in Alabama to not only get 5 days a week for Conner, but for all disabled children within that county Head Start agency. So Conner's exposure to a daily positive learning environment resulted in tremendous progress in all areas of his development. But what if he was never afforded his rightful opportunity? And why are there so many hurdles to jump to receive affordable and quality childcare now, not a year or two later, due to lack of funding and extensive waiting lists? There are millions of children in this country who are being left behind. I have written and dedicated the following poem to all of the parents and children in the childcare struggle and all of the allies who are committed to improving childcare through legislative victories, policy solutions, and shifting public opinion. Child Care, Child Dare Tribute by Tametria Conner Dantzler. Diaper bag, check. My purse, check. Baby, wait. My baby isn't going anywhere because I can't find quality and affordable childcare. Oh, that subsidy I was hoping to get? Yeah, I was told that I was $23 over the income limit, so the qualifications were not met. And even if I did qualify, funding had been exhausted, and I would be number 164 on a waiting list that, if printed, would leave a trail out this door. And that's just in my county. I have to laugh to keep from crying. Meanwhile, mentally, spiritually, psychologically, I'm dying, being beat down, rejected, and neglected by this system when I have to choose between a daycare payment and a college tuition. Is there anyone out here listening? If you can't hear me, hear the statistics. If you can't hear me, hear the cries of my child with special needs. Yes, he's humming and pacing, but can't you see him as a priority, please? He's being left behind and not giving a chance. Full access is what you should grant. Not just to those parents who have the time and energy to fight, but to all, because you know we have that right. This is a plea just not for me, but all the parents, children, and child care workers who have been on a bended knee. Making child care affordable and improving conditions for workers, giving them the resources needed to operate a quality child care facility and the professional development and training needed to succeed. 30 years of growth and accomplishments, and now the next 30 years, progress is still a need. Bills need to be passed now. Real solutions now. We can't wait another 30 years. What will it take? Another mother in tears? I'm the single parent who can't work a full-time shift because my child's Head Start Center opens at 8 a.m. and closes at 2:30 p.m. I'm the mother who was on unpaid maternity leave because I had complications after my delivery and I had to choose between my job and my child. I chose my child, but high daycare costs gave me no option to return to work. I'm the stay-at-home mom who feels like she's stuck. I'm the grandmother whose son is incarcerated, and I have to figure out how my Social Security check is going to pay for household and daycare expenses. I'm the wife who had to resign my professional job to provide care for my child because I couldn't find quality child care in my town. I'm the mother who keeps a picture of my only son inside of my heart pendant that I will never take off because I can't physically touch him or see him. The owner of the in-home unlicensed daycare center left him unattended and he died. Please don't judge me. I could only afford $50 a week and someone told me a lady in my neighborhood kept kids. I have to work to pay bills. I didn't know the reason for my motivation. My child, I would place in someone else's hands to kill. I'm the mother who's working on a master's degree to better myself. That is the American dream, right? Or is it an illusion? It seems that way because I have to pray my teacher will have compassion tonight to allow my child to stay. This is my story. This is our story. I am child care. Conner is child dare. We are bold enough to believe that our stories will do more than inspire, but will push lawmakers and others in power to act. Thank you.